Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead, and welcome to Far Cry 4. Now you might be saying, Dead, what happened to Far Cry Primal? I thought that was the flavor of the week. Well, I went back to Far Cry 4 just to mess around. This is just a outpost takedown. It is the Kehoe Gold Storage in northern Kyrat. And just want to talk about the Far Cries, the two most recent Far Cries, Far Cry Primal, which is the latest one, and Far Cry 4. Now, you guys may have seen my video. I disagreed with Total Biscuit on performance issues. I have no performance issues in Far Cry Primal. Neither do a lot of people. But I do have to admit that he was dead on. He was dead on correct when he said that Far Cry 4 looks a hell of a lot better. Orders of magnitude better than Far Cry Primal. I mean, it's unbelievable. This game is... I have a new appreciation for how good this game looks. And, you know, I got to admit, I am still having fun with Far Cry Primal, but I've found it to be a little more tedious, I guess. That might seem like the wrong word. A little more repetitive. I mean, I still enjoyed doing some of the quests and finding your villagers and stuff like that. But it gets old after a while, and some would argue, well, Far Cry 4, it's the same thing. You know, it gets old after a while. Yeah, you're right, it does, but it just seems like there was more to do, and there was a little more diversity in the world itself. You know, and sadly, I mean, that's just what I think. There seems to be a lot more diversity in the world itself of Far Cry 4 than Far Cry Primal. And, you know, I mean, it is... an Ubisoft game, Ubisoft, who knows how to say that. It is, you know, an Ubisoft game, and I don't mind that they make Far Cry games similar. That really doesn't bother me at all. It's a good formula. It worked for Far Cry 3, it worked for Far Cry 4, it works for Far Cry Primal. I don't mind that there's this huge controversy. Well, they just basically ripped off their own map. Who cares? It's their intellectual property. If they want to redo the same map over and over again, that's their business. They can do it. It might hurt their bottom line. It might turn customers off. But they can do it if they want to. Just like they can reuse assets if they want to. I mean, the yaks in Kyrat in Far Cry 4 look the exact same way the yaks in Far Cry Primal look, pretty much. I mean, they're just reusing assets, which is fine. If you have a perfectly good asset sitting in an engine that works, reuse it, I guess. I mean, it takes time and money for, you know, artists and you know, designers and stuff to come up with this stuff and make it work in the engine, and animators to make it move properly. And, you know, if you already have that stuff in storage somewhere, might as well break it out, dust it off, and, you know, put a little polish on it and use it again. I got no problem with that. But apparently some people do. But, I mean, the bottom line is, they're Far Cry games. I mean, what do you expect? Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, Far Cry Primal, they're all pretty much the same formula. And, you know, they're all fun games. But I did go back to Far Cry 4 after putting about 15 hours into Far Cry Primal. And I've just been going through and replaying some of these outposts and replaying some of the fortresses and stuff like that. And just kind of remembering that this was a really, really good-looking game and a really well put together game. It did have some performance issues when it first launched, but you know, that stuff was polished out. And this is my Rambo moment right here. I just go Rambo on these motherfuckers. But yeah, I mean, it's Far Cry, guys, and I know this is kind of just a weird rant. I'm not making a whole lot of sense, but I just kind of want to put that out there. We're just talking about Far Cry. There's no need for people to take this shit too seriously. It's a video game. It's made by the same company. If they want to reuse assets, let them reuse assets. If they want to reuse the map, let them reuse the map. If you don't like the game, don't buy the game. I will say Far Cry 4 was worth the $59 price tag. Far Cry Primal, the jury's still out on that. I'm not sure if it's worth $59. But nevertheless, it's still a fun and entertaining game, and I'm sure I will put 30, 40, 50 hours into it when all is said and done. So anyway, guys, if you guys haven't gone back to Far Cry 4, go back to Far Cry 4. It's a lot of fun, but keep your mind open for Primal. My name is Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.